How did you do, y'all? This is John, and today we are talking about Silent Night, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Silent Night, it deals with this man whose son had just been killed in a gang battle. And on Christmas Eve, and at the 1-year anniversary of his son's murder, he decides to take revenge on the gang. And he's not stopping until everybody's dead. Okay, so getting into first and foremost what I liked about the movie, I think Joel Kinnaman did a very good job with his performance in the film. Joel Kinnaman, he had a lot to do in this film. He had to completely sell a character and a character's pain, motivation, stuff like that, all while hardly speaking a word of dialogue. Yes, the only dialogue he ever says in the entire film is during a flashback. That is it. Throughout the rest of the movie, he is completely mute. And honestly, I think he sold it completely, because you completely understand where this guy is going. Speaking of the main character, his name is Brian Goldbrock, I believe, and this dude is a very good action hero. Brian has a completely understandable and arguably justified motive for taking out these gangsters. They killed his son and got away with it. And his son was completely innocent. He was completely innocent. He didn't deserve to be shot and killed. So an argument can be made he's justified in his actions. Not only that, but he also takes a real beating in this film. Throughout the movie, during the action sequences, you're constantly concerned for him because he is just a human being. They openly address this. He bleeds, he gets scarred, he is just seriously brutalized in these fight sequences. And yet he still goes on. And the action sequences are incredibly good. The movie is directed by John Woo. He did a bunch of Hong Kong action movies back in the day. And he also did some stuff here in the US. And for the record, no, I don't have much experience with John Woo other than the second Mission Impossible movie. That I was not impressed with. How he handled that movie versus how he handled this movie, it's like night and day. Mission Impossible 2, I don't think he handled that film very well. Silent Night, I think he handled it very well. The action sequences are just completely intense, and they are extremely well done. Definitely has a bit of a John Wick vibe to them with the single shot sequences, but honestly, it's very effective. In terms of problems, while you understand the hero's motivations for going after these gangsters, they never honestly felt like a threat. It felt like much of a threat. Especially the main villain, who you don't really see him in action very much. Other than the final fight, you only ever see him doing anything other than handing money out to kids in the very beginning. That is it. There's also the side character that shows up just at random moments and eventually does something in the final fight. And I don't understand why he was there. Because every time he showed up, it just felt like random. And the last thing I'm going to mention is I think the pacing in the middle section was a little too slow. That's really all I can say. It's just a little too slow. It just drags on a little too long, in my opinion. All in all, Silent Night, I enjoyed this film for what it was. It was just an action film. It was just a piece of entertainment. It's not trying to make you think about philosophical things or anything like that. It's just there to entertain you for a couple hours. And that is it. Yes, it has its problems, but honestly, I can think of worse. A lot worse. And it was just fun to watch. I'm going to give Silent Night a 7. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Badetsky will return.